Good evening, friends. Today we are gathered here for a briefing with regard to case number 2/21 of SIC Vigilance PS 𝗕𝗥𝗚𝗓. The case was registered on 5th of March 2020 under the section 120B, 420, 465, 471 and 409 of Indian Penal Code, read with section 13(1), subsection C, D and section 13(2) of Prevention of Corruption Act 1998, which is otherwise known as 𝗕𝗥𝗚𝗡𝗙𝗚𝗏 Road. So SIC has received a complaint from Mr. 𝗕𝗥𝗚𝗣𝗣𝗑, a known social worker. He had alleged that 𝗕𝗥𝗚𝗡𝗙𝗚𝗏 Road has been under construction since 2008 and more than 1 billion rupees has been paid to the various companies involved in the construction of this road, but no proper execution of work has taken place on the ground. So after receiving his complaint, a preliminary inquiry was conducted by the SIC. On the basis of findings of preliminary inquiry, a case was recommended to be registered. In the meantime, on 19th Feb 2020, we have received another complaint with regard to same road. It was made by the representative of All East Coming Student Union. So that complaint was also merged in this case. And upon the registration of the case, as you are aware that the period of construction or period of execution of work, it involved from 2008 to 2021, roughly 13 years. So there were huge lot of documents and other stuff. So it took some time to get all those documents and then to arrange them and to scrutinize them. During this time period, various officers have been presided over to look after the work. So to look in the role of each and every officer and what are the wrongful act on their part. So it took us roughly 5 months. In the process, the entire team of SIC, including myself, we have visited that 𝗕𝗥𝗚𝗡𝗙𝗚𝗏 Road on 26th and 27th of July. And after that, finally, we have reached the stage that we could make some arrest. So with regard to this case, we have arrested 3 persons till now. And the first one is 𝗕𝗥𝗚𝗘𝗚𝗏. He is son of 𝗕𝗥𝗚𝗏. Currently, 𝗕𝗥𝗚𝗏 is working as Executive Engineer PWD Nacho Division. He is one of the incumbent Executive Engineer of 𝗕𝗥𝗚𝗏 PWD Division. So he was detained on the intervening night of 5th and 6th September. After detailed questioning, he has been formally arrested on the 6th September. After the arrest, the team has, since the jurisdiction lies with the Special Judge Prevention of Corruption Act 𝗕𝗏𝗣𝗑𝗚, so our team has produced Mr. 𝗦𝗘𝗣𝗣𝗑𝗚 before the Honorable Judge, and we have got 14 days of police custody. And today, this evening, we have arrested 2 persons. One is Mr. 𝗕𝗏𝗣𝗑𝗚𝗔, 56 years old. He is currently Superintendent Engineer in the Office of Chief Engineer PWD Division, PWD 𝗕𝗥𝗚𝗏. He was incumbent Executive Engineer Bombing Division. So he has presided over this supervision of this work for some time. And one more person who is arrested is Sri Ramesh Babu. If you are aware of this matter, that in the mid of the execution of work, one new firm, DRB Infrastructure, has been roped in. So Mr. Ramesh Babu is the MD DRB Infrastructure. So till now we have arrested 3 persons, and SIC is looking after one more accused involved whose role has been established. There may be others as well, but as of now, the 4th one who is at large is Mr. 𝗥𝗚𝗣𝗣𝗏. So he is currently posted as Executive Engineer 𝗕𝗥𝗚𝗏 PWD Division. Earlier he was posted as Assistant Engineer 𝗕𝗥𝗚𝗡𝗙𝗚𝗏 Division. While he was Assistant Engineer, he was the officer supervising the entire work, as I believe that at that time no Executive Engineer was there. So he was having the DDU power in the first instant as well. So Mr. ภิ𝗒𝗚 is at large. He has approached the Itanagar bench of Honorable Guwahati High Court for interim relief for pre-arrest bail. So Honorable High Court has rejected his plea of the pre-arrest bail. So with means I request all my media friends to, through you I want to request the public that please help us so that we can get hold of him. So this is all I have to say about it. If you have any question, please feel free to answer.
So, since you have arrested 3 people so far, so what was the implementing evidence you got from those 3 people, and you are looking for another accused, and we got to know at least 10 to 6 executive engineer had served in a bombing and 𝗕𝗥𝗚𝗔𝗐 division regarding this case. So we just want to know the implementing evidence you have gathered from those 3 people and the accused one who was found.
The thing is that there were more than around 10 engineers who have supervised this road. With regard to exact incriminating evidence, I am sorry I cannot disclose it because it is under investigation. But on broad term, I want to tell that there can be 2 kind of things. One thing is that a work is to be implemented in certain way, certain rules and regulations were overlooked. But if no criminality, means no give and take of money or no give and take of any favor is involved, then that attracts the departmental action. So in such cases, we are not going for arrest at this stage. There are certain other things where huge money is involved and clear cut there are evidence of some kickback or some favor being extracted in some form, maybe in cash or maybe in kind. So in the case whether if someone has given that favor, someone has taken that favor, if we have that kind of evidence, so we have gone for arrest. So there is certainly things against these 3 people and the one who is at large, but exactly what they are, I am sorry, I cannot disclose because we have to produce them and we have to apprise the court about them.
Sir, second question. Since you have looked into the entire issue for last 5 months, as you have said, and according to the department statement, I think 172 crore rupees were involved during 13 years. And so far we know the department say that only 19 crores is left in the department account. So since you have investigated it, we want to know how many amounts is left to be implemented and used in that project.
The exact amount what is remained with the PWD, I think they must be able to tell that what is the exact amount left. But what we have found, because you must understand it is a 13-year-old thing. So what we are doing, because if someone make allegation that quality of road is not good, and if in fact SIC cannot go and check, technical team was constituted by DC 𝗕𝗥𝗚𝗡𝗙, they have checked. So certain things we cannot ascertain at this point of time, whether because roads can be worn off in the 10 long years. But there are certain other things. Let's suppose there has to be X number of culvert. Even if a culvert is damaged, the ruins of the culvert, damaged culvert will be there. So such thing which can be objectively observed and objectively examined. That was done by a team constituted by DC 𝗕𝗥𝗚𝗡, and in that they have found that work has not been executed as per the DPR, and the payment made to the various beneficiaries, it is in excess of the actual work done. So we are relying on their report, and in certain portion of the road we will request, if required, for the further technical examination. But at this stage we have not requested it.
एसपी साहब, जैसे कि 𝗕𝗥𝗚𝗡 का जो रोड अभी कुछ दिनों से बहुत जोर से चर्चा में है, खास करके जब से स्टूडेंट्स यूनियन और सोशल वर्कर 𝗥𝗚𝗔𝗐 का जिसने आपने नाम लिया FIR रजिस्टर्ड हुआ, लेकिन काफ़ी जैसा कि अभी आपने भी बताया कि 10 एजुकेटिव इंजीनियर वाज देयर. सो आर यू एक्सपेक्टिंग द अदर इंजीनियर्स हैव एनी कनेक्शन, एनी रोल इन दैट केस?
As per the investigation which is done till now, we have zeroed on these 4 persons. So at present we are looking after Mr. ภิ𝗒𝗒𝗡𝗚, and at this point of time we have no plan to arrest anyone other than Mr. ภิ𝗒𝗒𝗡𝗚. But we will examine these three who are arrested, and then we will examine Mr. Yanko. Then we will see what things are coming out. And in this particular case, the role of that concessionaire who have constructed the road, so they are also under scanner. So let us see what comes out, and I will brief you if and when the new development happens.
सर एक और सवाल है क्योंकि जब हम बात करते हैं तो अरुणाचल में और भी काफ़ी रोड्स है जो घोटाला का और आपका स्कैनर्स में है, जैसे हम स्कैनर्स बोलते हैं, यू SIC इज ऑलरेडी इन्वेस्टिगेटिंग द केस, सो कैन यू डिवोट समथिंग अबाउट दैट, एनी प्रोग्रेस because the case
any particular case if you can
sir, I don't want to name a single case because you have lots of cases with regards to several Trans-Arunachal Highway.
In the Trans-Arunachal Highway we have I think two cases. One is 𝗕𝗥𝗚𝗚𝗡𝗙𝗚. In that case we have filed the charge sheet, and the second case is 𝗕𝗥𝗚𝗡𝗙𝗚. So it is being investigated honorable. Yeah, we have prepared the draft charge sheet, and we have requested the competent authority to accord the prosecution sanction. That case is being supervised by the 𝗕𝗥𝗚𝗔𝗥𝗚𝗚 permanent bench of Honorable Guwahati High Court as well. So these two cases, almost investigation is in, one is already over, which is charge sheeted, and in the other case it is in the final stage.
Means you want to say that the investigation process has already been completed?
In one case it is completed, that is 𝗕𝗏𝗚𝗔𝗐𝗏. We have filed the charge sheet, no? 𝗕𝗏𝗚𝗔𝗐𝗏.
Okay, so sufficient last
Okay. So in that 𝗕𝗏𝗚𝗔𝗐𝗏 case also, we have received certain prosecutions. I mean, investigation is over from our part. We are waiting for the prosecution sanction of one or two accused, and as soon as we receive, we will file the charge sheet.
सर इन तीनों को सर एग्जैक्टली कहाँ से पकड़ा गया और इन तीनों ने किसी ने सर इंटरन बेल के लिए अप्लाई किया देखिए?
Now they have been arrested, so there is no question of interim bail. Mr. 𝗕𝗥𝗚𝗡𝗙𝗚, he was arrested, he was detained from I think his house, Naharlagan, and later on arrested in PS only. And these other two, 𝗧𝗔𝗝𝗔𝗐 and 𝗧𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏, they are arrested from our PS only. We have called them for questioning, and when they were not able to give the satisfactory answers, so we have arrested.